Hello everyone, how are you doing? So this is the new moon. I don't know why I get confused. Sometimes I do. So this is the new moon reading for, excuse me, October. It's hard to believe we're already in October, my goodness. So things that are going down at the end of the month on the 31st. That would be Halloween. I almost tried to say Samhain and Halloween at the same time, and it wasn't going to work out very well. Samhain, yeah. I don't know how that was going to come out. But Halloween, there's a call, a live webinar, Journey to the Hall of the Ancestors, where we'll be talking about working with ancestors, why you want to work with them, problematic issues of like, well, historically our ancestors at this point have been misogynist, racist, etc. at all. Why would I want to work with them? Not all of them were. And some even have agendas other than that kind of stuff. So why problems you can avoid. And we'll take a little trip to the Hall of the Ancestors and see who's waiting there for you. So that'll be October 31st. Very excited about that coming up. So keep your eye open for that. And you can get the details. If you click on the link for the email list, it says updates, information, etc., something like that. I don't remember what I put. But get on that list and you will get the details and the invitation to join us for that. Excitement. Okay, we are going to kind of flip things around. I'm going to pull a tarot card for the guide card and use a oracle deck for the main reading. So we're using the Mythic Tarot, the 80s version. This is like my first deck, and if you look really close, you can tell, yes, it's that old. But this is like my first deck ever. My mom bought it for me for Christmas. She doesn't remember buying it, but I'm pretty sure it's because it was Greek myths, and I loved Greek myths as a child. It was like one of my favorite things. So I had read tons of stuff on it throughout childhood and my teen years. Yeah, she also got me like Robert Graves and Joseph Campbell books too for Christmas. So yeah, as a teenager, like, oh, Robert Graves, love him. I really like Robert Graves' Greek myths, especially the first one. And the second one's good too. But the first one was always my favorite. Dealt more with the gods. The second one dealt more with mythic cycles in stories and stuff like that. Okay. So, oh my goodness, 8 of Swords. What fun. Okay. So, yeah, this is kind of, it really is kind of inappropriate. Let me wrap these back up before they fall. 8 of Swords seems really appropriate after what we've just been through in the last few weeks. Seems really appropriate. We kind of just feel like, oh God, we're stuck here. We're stuck between Apollo and we're stuck there between the three fates. It's like you're in between the rock and the hard place, and you're like trying to figure out where's the next step. Where is that next step? Where do I go from here? How do I get there? Who knows? And it kind of feels like this is a question mark. And it's not really so much an actual, like a real tangible, this body is stuck between the rock and the hard place. But the energy and the collective energy kind of has this like, well, there's Apollo there and there's the three fates. And I'm just like, oh, woe is me. Where do I go? Please don't smite me, everyone. And that's kind of a weird place to be energetically, to be stuck between these two things, between the light of truth and, well, destiny. What is the destiny? What do we want that destiny to be? How are we going to recreate what is in our cultures and our societies? How do we get out of the sword feeling? I pulled the Ten of Swords yesterday for my card. I'm like, yay. So I think it's just a sortie time for a lot of people. Don't get too caught up in it. It's really more of a feeling than it is an actual thing. I mean, not that that feeling's not going to feel kind of like difficult and being in a rough spot. Just don't make it harder than it already is. Okay, so I got the Frauds Fairy deck. Fairy Oracle out. I love this deck. This is like my ultimate all-time ever favorite Oracle deck ever, which is why it and the Thoth are never ever featured on any of the Tarot and Oracle card favorites, because they would always be on it because they're my ultimate. I love the Thoth Curly Hairs deck, and I love Frauds Fairy Oracle like beyond reason. Both of them are two of my favorite decks that I use a lot in my personal life, even more so than the business. Okay, so let's get 2 cards. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty. This is one deck I do use reversals on. Tarot, not so much. If over half the readings reversed, I take it into consideration. I do look at it, but I don't base it necessarily on it. I find people tend to get a little caught up in, oh my God, it's negative, it's upside down. It's not necessarily negative. It's just something to watch out. Okay, so we got the 8 of Swords, which may be like, oh God, I'm afraid of the rest of this. Don't be. Because it's pretty nice. So, the next card is the Sage. If this guy kind of appears being attacked by Heresy, Odin-esque, it's because he is. He has one eye that sees in this world and another that sees in the other. He's about wisdom and using that wisdom to the highest good, really, to the benefit of you, to the benefit of what you're working towards, in a good kind of way, not in a what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say snarly. Snarly keeps coming to mind, but it's not necessarily snarly. In a manner that it's not the use of wisdom just to get to the end. It's using it in a compassionate manner of bringing in this wise knowledge and wise knowing on many different, I'm being attacked by hair today, many different aspects. So don't like, oh, I'm so stuck. I feel like this is a really good pairing because it's like you're stuck in this intangible rock in the hard place. And then we get this guy who has his foot in both worlds. He's in this world and he's in the other world. And that brings the ability to move out of this 8 of Swords energy into something else by using your own innate wisdom that you know, that's lurking around in your brain, and by taking a step out of this world into a different one, into the other world, and using your magical capabilities to get you where you want to go. So pay attention to that. When you start feeling that 8 of Swords energy, how can you bolster yourself, 1, with your wisdom, and 2, by magical means? How can you use that to move yourself? Because I got Nellis here, and right now things are feeling kind of, and she is reversed. I'm going to unreverse her so you can see her better. Which means that things are really sticking hard. And you're kind of fighting it. You're kind of buying into this 8 of Swords energy. And you don't want to. And one thing I do with this deck when I have an upside down that I want to activate, turn them upside down to turn them right side up so I can activate them. Because right now you're feeling stuck in that 8 of Swords. And we got this guide to help us guide out 1 foot in the other world, 1 foot in this world. Bringing in our magical talents, abilities, the other world, to help bolster us in this period of feeling the 8 of Swords energy. But what Nellis is telling us, if we buy too much into that 8 of Swords, we're going to get stuck. And it's not going to be a very fun place to be, because this lady, Nellis the Alchemist, she'll free you up. She'll set you rolling in a way that you won't believe. Worked with her. I've worked with both Sage and Nellis quite a bit over the time. And once you start to let Nellis free up your energy, let go of that Eight of Swords, kind of, instead of grabbing on, to be like, okay, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to use the stage to help me move back from that energy and step into the energy of Nellis, the alchemist, to help me get things rolling again, to free up my energy so I'm not stuck in that place that doesn't feel good. So I can move out of that, and you can work some magic. You can get that alchemy of the heart going. That's a pretty cool place to be. So we got Eight of Swords. Just let it be, feel it. Send some love, do some forgiveness work, whatever it takes you to start moving out of that, because you have this dude, the sage, who's saying, hey, you've got the wisdom to do it. You've got the skills and knowledge to do it. Let me help you. Let me have you work this world and the other world at the same time to move out of that Eight of Swords. So we're not stuck in with Nellis upside down, and we can activate all that wonderfulness that she can bring when the ball starts rolling. And when she starts to roll, it tends to roll really fast. So be prepared for that. If you let Nellis activate in your life, she's going to get things rolling in a good manner, though. It may be a little quicker than you thought it should be going, but just roll with her. It'll be a good thing. She has never failed me yet to take me somewhere where a lot of times where I didn't think I was going to go, and into a good spot. So, okay, let's get an affirmation card. And we have, excuse me, be it, begin it, soar, for our affirmation card. That's a really nice ending to a reading that started off a little like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? We've got the Eight of Swords. How is that going to impact everything? The Eight of Swords is just kind of an energy that we're having right now. We need to feel it. Use the sage in both worlds, all our magical talents, to activate Nellis so we can be what we are and begin what we want to begin. And then we can just soar with that and take it where it needs to go, rather effortlessly. I think that's a really nice place to end this reading. So, with the cards, yeah, definitely. But yeah, so don't get caught up in the guck. It can be easy to do sometimes. It can be really easy to do. Okay, let's do a little bit of light language. Huwag bedala sita chamashin hai kentata pen. Jentata adapo ine ketala shin meketa voish shadalam. Hena kata shiti pon. Bone kedala ha te geshimino. Shametara isitika aba aisini. Hodepan. Jenda kadapaniala po. He frek na asito ponaras. Hona eshikata ihi. Jemekana alatika. Jeda oshin como ete lami. Siso. Jemeteke ada ame e. Shemo osh. 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 Okay, that is it for this new moon. You can always pick up a reading. Links are down below. And don't forget about the live webinar, Journey to the Hall of the Ancestors, on October 31st. Details, sign up for that newsletter. Alrighty, everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful new moon. If you have some of this Eight of Swords shiz going down, really great time to let go of it. Release, let go, and see where that takes you when using the sage to bring in, again, this world, other worlds, and Nellis to get you going. Alrighty, everyone. Wonderful, wonderful week to you. Wonderful new moon. And go out there and be the love in the world. And I'll see you at the full moon. Bye-bye.